Hello, everybody. I believe I have pressed the button, so we should be live on YouTube. So, hello,
What?
good Sunday evening to you all, or whatever part of the day it is for you, whatever time zone you're in. I'm sure we've got some people who are in other places. So this week, if you haven't seen the title yet, we will be doing a tier list of the top 100 most played white cards. So if there's a card you think should be in here but isn't, blame the EDH community at large. It's not our fault, we swear. We probably agree with you. It should probably belongs in here, because I think
there's a lot of cards on here that do not belong in white on this tier list at all.
Yeah. Not to mention, I think literally every other tier list we've done so far, we're like, yeah, there's like 5 or 6 cards that should just be on this list but aren't. But yeah. So yes. So welcome to this week's tier list stream. This is the 4th one. We haven't done blue. Will be the last one we need to do after this, and I think we're thinking about doing multicolor in a lands tier list. We talk about colorless, but we don't think there's quite as much to talk about there. And the lands tier list would be more so, instead of top 100, it would just be cycles, since there's less than 100 cycles, and we can just talk about cycles as groups instead of talking about individual cards. Though there are some that Alabaster Leech definitely number 1. There are definitely some like outlier lands we'd probably have to talk about as individuals, but for the most part it'll be cycles for that. But yeah, before we get started, make sure to go click all the links in the description. The link to this tier list if you want to make your own is down there, as well as our social media links. We also have our Patreon link down there, I believe, so if you want to give us money, it would be greatly appreciated. Speaking of money, if you want to go spend some of that at the DRAGONSHIELD store to buy some sleeves, use our affiliate link down there, and we'll get a little bit of a kickback from your order. As well as, I'm trying to think what we had down there. Oh yeah, Discord. Probably the best link to click in my opinion down there. We have a pretty good community over there. I think we're getting pretty close to 200 members of the Discord, if I remember correctly. We talk about different brews and stuff in there, as well as play some games. We try to do that every Saturday, and just have a generally good community there. I enjoy the time I spend there. I think that's all I have to mention, though. You got anything else you want to add, Matt?
That's about all I got for introductions, honestly.
Yeah, sounds good. So let me flick us over now to the actual tier list so we can see that. Alright, so yes. I think the first card we have here is Mentor of the Meek, which is... I just realized I didn't have Scryfall pulled up for this week, just in case we need to look at something. So Scryfall it is. Mentor of the Meek, which is a pretty iconic card, in my opinion, in white. It's one you see talked about a lot. It's been around for a good long while in EDH. Pretty simply just reads, when another creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, you can pay 1 and draw a card. One of the longest standing white card draw engines that I can remember. And pretty good, because white weenies is definitely a strategy that exists, and this works very well on it.
So I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think Mentor has been knocked down a couple pegs.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's definitely not the like premier white draw engine it used to be, just because there is better stuff.
I think it's now to the point of good enough to still be called good, but teetering towards mediocre at this point.
Yes. That sounds like a B to me. I was thinking A, honestly.
I'm thinking B.
All right.
My reasoning is like, unless you're specifically mono white, the card draw in Magic has just gotten so ridiculous.
That's true. If we're thinking about like card draw and Magic in general, I would tend to agree that it has gotten way better.
Plus with stuff like Smuggler Share, Esper Sentinel, all of that.
Yeah, stuff we'll run into later in this tier list, I hope.
I don't think Smuggler Share is not. It's too new.
That one's really new, so that doesn't surprise me. Though Smuggler Share is definitely like A tier, I think.
I almost put it in S tier.
It might just be S tier, but like it's A tier.
Like I think me and Jason have come to the consensus that card is like slightly worse than Rhystic Study. Good.
It's really good. Same mana cost. It's in white, and your opponents don't really get to take you off of it either. Yeah, and then Esper Sentinel's super good, which I'm sure Esper Sentinel's in here.
Esper Sentinel is on this list.
It is one of the best white cards. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's where we'll put mana. If we might start putting some more stuff in here, I might be like, hey, this might actually belong in A. But for now, I think B is like a good place to start out with it. And we can maybe adjust it later. Next up is Path to Exile. Also a pretty classic white card. You get rid of one creature forever unless you're against some weird deck that pulls things out of exile, and your opponent gets to get a basic land tapped.
All right. Controversial opinion time.
What is your controversial opinion?
Only A tier, not S tier.
I think I am fine with that.
I think Path is it's really good, but it's a bit overrated in Commander.
Yeah, ramping your opponent, especially in Commander, is a really big deal. I don't know what the opposite of Time Walk is, but Path to Exile is pretty close to that. There's a reason Green is so strong in Magic, and it's because it can put extra lands into play very consistently. And that's why Green is debatably he's like approaching blue in power level for
Commander. Mana is significantly more important in Commander than even any other format. Like 1v1 formats, the life actually is a big deal.
Yes.
Whereas mana can sometimes not be. Mana in Commander is always useful. So
yeah, if this was just dispatch without the what's the keyword for that? I can't remember.
Metalcraft.
Without the metal, yeah. If this was just dispatch without Metalcraft, like with the Metalcraft clause, then yeah, this card is easily S tier. Which I think dispatch is like way down the list, so we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
Dispatch is a really good card too, though. Oh yeah, okay, we're at Karmic Guide, and me and Matt talked before the stream. I think we wanted to talk about Karmic Guide and Revelark at the same time because they are so commonly associated with each other. Though we also agreed that Karmic Guide is significantly better than Revelark because it has no clauses and is really, really good in blink decks. Not that Revelark isn't good in blink decks, but Karmic Guide
they're both really good in blink decks. The one thing is Karmic Guide gets anything back, and then Revelark has a restriction on it, even though it gets 2 creatures back. Granted, that restriction is not hard to meet, but it is a restriction. Also, Karmic Guide has better creature types, in all honesty.
Yeah, Angel Spirit's definitely better. I will say, Revelark, I think, has the potential to do better things, but Karmic Guide, without thinking of like how you're building your deck, I think Karmic Guide is just better in a vacuum, for sure. Also, just because I was talking about this on a podcast episode earlier, Lagrella and Karmic Guide go infinite with Lasting Station, and that's not something you can really do with Revelark. And Karmic Guide really opens you up to a lot more of those like combo lines, I think, which makes it stronger and definitely pushes it over even like top end Revelark play, in my opinion. Obviously, the two together are absolutely stellar since they combo together.
The two together win you the game on the spot most of the time.
Yeah.
So
assuming you have like that third piece in play.
Yeah.
But where do we want to put Karmic Guide? Is the question.
Karmic Guide feels like a solid A tier.
I would agree with that. I think I'm leaving Path to Exile at the top of A for a good long while.
Path is probably going to be the top of A.
I think I would agree with that. Now Revelark, we said was definitely worse. I think right now, top of B is where I'm feeling it.
It's better than Mentor the Meek, so.
Yeah, but I do feel like it is a tier lower.
Yeah, Gutty. I'm glad we chose your favorite colors to do back-to-back weeks.
Very nice.
Really cool.
I didn't know you were a Boros guy, but maybe I'm just not paying enough attention in the Discord. maybe I should know that already. Speaking of a newer white card, we have Smothering Tithe. This is definitely one of the more push cards in white. Path not S. Yeah, we agreed. Path was A. We talked about it a little bit, but the fact that it gives your opponent a land in EDH is a very big deal, we feel like. Definitely top of A. It is almost S, but the giving a land is a really big deal. But Smothering Tithe, I think, is an easy S tier. Yeah.
Big S. Yeah.
Where it ends up in S tier, we're not sure, because there's like I'm not gonna reveal it yet, but there's like definitely a top 3 me and Matt have already talked about, and we'll see where they end up, because I don't think either of us are super sure where we want to put in the top spot at the moment.
Smothering Tithe is just insane.
Yeah, it's
this part
definitely
is ridiculous.
It's definitely in that top 3, yeah. But this week's a little bit harder to like do the 1, 2, 3 ranking than it was for Red, because Red has a very clear number 1.
Yeah.
Most colors tend to have a pretty clear number 1, but White's one of those that's got some that are competing with each other a lot.
White and green are especially hard to give out. 1, 2, 3.
Which is interesting, because green is such a color that a lot of people are like, oh wow, this is so strong, whereas white is not that.
Well, I think that's the thing about green, is that everything is so strong that you can't give a 1, 2, 3 ranking on it. Whereas white is just, everything is so weak that you
maybe
can find the top 3, but it's hard to rank them amongst each other.
Maybe that's true. But yeah, next up we have Teferi's Protection, which I think me and Matt agreed was also in the top 3. Now we have to talk about which one is better than the other.
Smothering Tithe, because taxes are important, that you should pay them, kids.
Yeah, I tend to agree. That is a controversial opinion, Jason.
That's a very controversial opinion, Jason.
Really? You think it's low A tier? I think it just
given
generates
the low
so
curve
much...
of white.
I think it just generates so much mana advantage. Hello, person whose name I don't know how to say, because this was the same problem last week. Wait, did I think it said V, or no, that's an emoji.
Yeah, it's an emoji.
I don't know what emoji that is though.
I don't either.
All right, yes. I think Teferi's Protection is probably the best protection spell in all of Magic, because it prevents you from dying in almost every 99% of cases. There's there is a way to get around Teferi's Protection, but it's super difficult to do. And
it's also great board self board wipe protection, so you can wrath the board and hold priority.
That's also
protection.
An option, yeah.
Yeah.
Smothering Tithe, though, it just generates so much extra mana. And we've already discussed the importance of mana with the Path to Exile.
I'm giving white a pass on it, Jason, because it has nothing else. If you look at what's all on this tier list, man, you'd understand. Yeah,
Jason, are you saying low A in the entire scope of Magic, or low A in the scope of white Magic specifically? I think we're saying S in white, not necessarily S in overall Magic.
Yeah.
I feel like that's an important distinction. But the comparison to an explosive veggies effect is kind of interesting though. I hadn't thought of it in that way.
I don't know. It's just when I net 3 mana, if not more, most of the time, the immediate turn cycle I play this.
True. Well, considering we've done the other 3 tier lists and the scope of their colors, I think it's a little hard to change that philosophy now.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I do agree with you in overall Magic. It is definitely low A.
Yeah, it's overplayed, but you can't deny in the scope of white cards and Commander, it's kind of one of the best cards.
Okay, next we'll look at Wall of Omens. A very solid mid-tier card. It draws you a card and blocks. Good in Blink decks.
Yeah. So, Wall of Omens is really good in Blink decks. I wouldn't say really good in Blink decks. It's good in Blink decks.
Did I say really good, or did I say good?
You said good. I was starting to say really good.
Okay.
But it's just solid. It's cheap mana cost-wise. I mean, it does draw a card. Yeah, I kind of agree with Getty. It's a very solid C.
I was thinking C. I was trying to see if I could justify my way into B, but I don't think I can. I think it's just a solid C. And that's not like a bad thing. Like, this card's solid. It's gonna end up getting played in a lot of white decks. It's a solid choice.
Keep in mind, we added a tier this week called the Dog Water tier because we kind of needed it for white cards.
Matt added the tier. What's that? Weathered Wayfarer? Oh, is that why you were saying the dog water one?
Oh no, Weather Wayfarer is really good.
Okay. Yeah, it's solid. I will say most of these effects, like Weather Wayfarer, where your opponent needs to have more lands in play than you, actually like make themselves obsolete over the course of the game. Whereas Weather Wayfarer just puts it in your hand, which I think is unique. I think it would be better if it put it to the light, to the wow. I think it would be better if it put it on the battlefield, but it's an interesting thing. I feel like this is just also a C, right?
Yeah, it's good, but not great. To C.
Yeah, I think it's a solid C. I think it's worse than Wall of Omens, though.
It is. It is worse, but
yeah. Land tax. I
mean,
I feel like it's just an S, right?
It should be an S, but Commander players are greedy.
I mean,
they don't run enough basics. They don't understand that Ancestral recalling every upkeep is good. So
okay, just because Magic players are stupid doesn't make it not an S, though.
Yeah, land tax is an S card.
Yeah.
It's really.
I think
good.
I think it's below the two we have so far in S, but I think it's an S tier card. Drawing 3 cards is very good.
Yeah. Next up,
Stoneforge Mystic. Does a lot of stuff. If you've played Modern, you've definitely seen this card.
I was a little bit surprised to see this in Commander. I'm not gonna lie, but then I remember white is just nothing but equipment for the longest time. So.
I mean, its best draw engines are equipment based.
Yeah.
This card's solid. It's not as impressive in Commander, in my opinion, as it is in 60 card formats. But it's
only having one of this effect is not nearly as good.
True. Yes.
So I think it's still an A tier card. I mean,
I think so too. I'm trying to think where to put relative to these.
I'd love to give it a higher ranking, but
It feels like it should be. Yeah, it feels like it should be an S, but that's like my 60 card brain being like lighting up. Like obviously, this card just doesn't do as much for me. Oh yeah, if it's grabbing Sunforger, it's really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like it's not always grabbing Sunforger. I think I'd like it below Path, but above Karmic Guide. Okay, I'm glad we can agree on. Wrath of God, very solid board wipe. Would you like Damnation but white? Or wait, no, this one came out before Damnation, didn't it?
This is before Damnation.
Okay.
Damnation is the color shifted version of this. So.
Right. Which I guess is why they're called Wraths instead of Dams or something. I don't know.
It's efficient. It's good. It's a solid like B or A card.
I need to go look at our old. Hang on. I need to go look at our old tier list.
Oh, for black.
Where the fuck did we put Damnation? Damnation was an A tier card for us. I feel like this is still an A tier card. Like it's really solid sweeper.
It's still A tier.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna. Yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing.
It's just there's so many more sweepers in white that are better.
Yeah, like we'll get to like Undo inversion later, and also Adios.
And like Winds of Abandon's better. There's a lot of stuff.
I think bottom of what we currently have for A seems reasonable to me. Gutty agrees with us.
Hey Logan, I heard you like big dumb angels that win you the game.
Angel is big and dumb. This is again the dragon. This is going to be the dragons of white.
Except for this one is significantly better than any of the dragons.
I agree. I'm just saying we're gonna see. I feel like we're gonna see a lot of angels, and it's gonna be a lot of cool angel tribal card.
Actually, there's not as many as you think there are.
Well, is it? I guess is the main tribe would be soldiers then, or something, or maybe humans.
Nope.
I don't know. We'll see. Is it clerics?
There is not tribal support in this.
Huh. Well, all right then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Avacyn. She makes other permanents indestructible, which is really good. She's also indestructible, so you need to have an exile effect or a toxic deluge type effect to get rid of this. Not to mention you just also can't blow up lands. Oh god, you play this in Armageddon, don't you?
Yes. That is the classic combo, is you find a way to cheat out Archangel Avacyn and then immediately Armageddon.
Yeah. That shows you how much white I've played.
Yep.
Yeah, she's really good. I don't know if she's quite S though. I feel like she's an A.
I think she's still an A.
Okay, I'm trying to where
I think she's like right next to Path of Exile type of.
Do we think above or I think it's just below Path?
Yeah, it's below, but
because she's 8 mana, you need to find a way to cheat her out, and white's not the best ramp color.
That being said, there are a lot of situations where Avacyn just kind of wins you the game.
That is the thing, and that's why she's in A, is because she just wins the game a lot of the time.
Even though she doesn't actually, she just kind of
she puts you in a game-winning situation.
Yeah.
Next is Luminarch Ascension. I'm definitely pulling this one up in Scryfall because of the fact that it.
Did you not get attacked?
Well, the thing is, it has a lot of text, just so people can see it. So yeah, if you didn't lose life this turn, you can put a quest counter on Luminarch Ascension. And then once you've got 4 or more quest counters, you can start making angels for 2 mana with it. Pretty good. One of the better in the Ascension cycles I can think of.
I think this is the best out of the Ascension cycle.
Yeah.
In Commander, at least.
Ethan might fight. Oh, for Commander, yeah. I was like, Ethan might fight you on Pyromancer's Ascension. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but in Commander, Pyromancer's Ascension's kind of like not.
I gotta remember what the other Ascensions are. No, Commander, obviously it's terrible. Ooh, Blood Chiefs is up there.
Blood Chiefs is up there, but
Beastmaster Ascension's in that cycle too, isn't it? Or is that different cycles? I think it's the same
those are the same. They both came out in Zendikar, I believe.
Yeah. What's the blue one? I guess it's Archmage Ascension. It has to be, right?
Yeah, it is.
What does it even do?
Feel B, low A. That's kind of where I'm at with it.
Yeah. I think the ranking for the Ascension cycle, just because we're talking about it, is Beastmaster, Luminarch, Bloodchief, and then like Archmage and Pyromancer are kind of. Well, no, I think Archmage is better than Pyromancer's Ascension.
Pyromancer's almost unplayable in
well, yeah, you literally only play Pyromancer's Ascension if you're playing like Dragon's Approach decks.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only reason to play. And now it's really good in those decks. Don't get me wrong, but you're not playing any other deck.
They're all good. I'm feeling like high B on the Luminarch.
Now, is that high B right now or high B after the
I think after the dust settles, it's high B.
Because I don't feel like it's better than Mentor or Revelark for that matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is where we're at with Luminarch. Rest in Peace. Probably the cleanest graveyard answer you can find in pretty much all of EDH, in my opinion. Like, it's a very, very solid card.
I think Rip is a solid A.
I almost want to put it in S just because it's like such good graveyard hate.
The problem is that it is just graveyard hate. It doesn't do.
That's true, and it gets rid of your own graveyard, which White kind of cares about a little bit. Thank you, Jason. I'm glad we'll be on the same page, even though we argued a lot today in the podcast.
Yeah. There's also the case that like all the color combinations with White, a lot of them tend to care about stuff in their graveyard.
True. Where the hell does this Rip go, though?
Like right above Karmic Guide.
think I'm fine with that. Yeah, I don't think it feels right if it's below Karmic Guide. Yeah, I think this feels right to me. I will say it's kind of funny. White's definitely the top heaviest at the start that we've had, I think, so far for the. I'm sure it's gonna get worse. I'm sure
it's gonna get so much worse.
Pure Steel Paladin. This is one of those draw engines I was talking about. Right? I think this is the one that draws cards, right? It does, yes. So, are you playing equipments? You should be playing this in your deck. It's going to draw you so many cards, and also lets you equip your hammers for 0 mana instead of 10 or whatever it is. Yeah, got it. If you're not playing a graveyard deck, which if you're in white, there's a decent chance you'll be. You just always play Rip. Yeah. Now Pure Steel Paladin. This is it's like a really good draw engine, and it's one of the best in white. I almost want to put it S. Is that crazy?
It's really good. Give me 1 second. I got a phone call to answer.
Okay, no problem. Well, hi, chat. How are you? Here, I will just put Pure Steel back down here. How are you guys today, chat? How was your week? I hope it was a good week. What are your thoughts on white? Do you play white? I don't play very much white. I think Ligrella's my most recent white deck. I think what other white decks I've played. I definitely get some on my to build list. I know I've played other white decks. Why can I not think of them? Here, I want to pull up my Mox Field. Not on stream, but I want to pull my Mox Field for myself and see what else I've got. I started a Hikori deck. Probably won't make it on the channel for content reasons, but it's there. Oh yeah, Minsk. Original Minsk, not new Minsk that has white in it. I am a big fan of that. Oh yeah, you know that makes sense, Gutty. That your favorite would be Feather. I mean, like mono white has gotten some nice pieces recently, but they are expensive. That is the unfortunate part. Like all the cards, like new cards in white you want to be playing are like probably $5 minimum. Like Deep Known Terramancer and Smuggler's Share, and I know Smothering Tithe expensive, as well as like Teferi's Protection. It really is unfortunate. Yeah, Jason, I know you think Hikori deserves a bonk, but I don't really care. I think Hikori deserves love. He's just a dusty boy. He has a tragic backstory, I'm sure. I don't know his lore. I probably should look that up, and you probably know the lore better than me, actually, now that you think about it. Yeah, I guess really the only white decks I've played are Ligurella in Naya Minsk. Dude, yeah, Light Paws is absolutely insane. That card is broken in half, for sure. Smuggler's Share, yep, Smuggler's Share is still $20. I don't even know if it'll go down either. Like, I don't know. I wish they would reprint stuff more. Like, how many print? Let's see, how many prints has Smothering Tithe gotten? Now I'm curious. It's got to be 2 at max if it even has that many. Okay, well, okay, it's a bunch of different double masters. Yeah, it was in Ravnica, Allegiance, and double masters. It's got a bunch of alter arts, but it's been printed twice. Yeah, and it's still, let's see, $27, $28 at the cheapest. Absolutely ridiculous. Let me go to my. Do I have EDHRec? Yeah, I do. Let's see if we can look at mono white staples and see how much those are. I bet it's expensive. Let's see. Yeah, like Esper Sentinel's $20. It's not even one of the ones I mentioned. Sun Titan's 30 cents though. That's nice. That's a really good card. Archivist of Agama, which one I forgot about. $15. Archaeo Master's Map, a newer one too. Yeah. I feel like this is like the most expensive medallion. Hang on, I'm gonna go look at the other medallions because I don't think the other medallions are that expensive.
Ruby and Sapphire should be more.
Yeah, you're right. Sapphire's actually a little bit cheaper, I think.
Oh, Sapphire got a list printing. That would be why.
That's true. Pearl, but Pearl's like $27. I wish they would reprint the medallions more. Emerald medallion's only $11? What the hell? Why is that one so cheap?
Emerald medallion is bad. You actively do not need this effect in your green deck.
That's a very good point.
Like,
Yeah, exactly. Some Titan's been printed into the ground. I wish they would print more stuff into the ground. Land tax is $25. Teferi's protection's $20. Battle Angels retire. That's another new one. It's a tier or tire? I don't know.
It's tier.
Tier. Battle Angels of tier.
Yep.
$14. Deep Gnome
Terramancer.
Yup. Just looking at even like the newer ones that are really good and they're like ridiculous. Welcoming Vampire is almost $5. Like that's one of the better white cards.
Smuggler Share is $20.
Yeah. No, that sucks. For y'all's sake, I hope you have groups that don't mind proxies, because gosh, Magic is expensive. All right. Rolls the least needed. Jason's making good points in the chat. They need to print the medallions into the ground. Absolutely.
Yeah, no kidding.
Where were we at? Oh yeah, Pure Steel Paladin. I was saying it was an S, but you didn't get a chance to give your opinion.
I think it is an S.
Okay, I think I'm going to put it at the bottom of what we got right now still, but I think it's really good.
I think just the sheer prevalence of equipment stuff in white makes this card be an S tier. If not, then it would be probably like a B tier card. But...
yeah, like white is like the equipment color, which evidenced by Stoneforge right here. Next up we have Winds of Wrath, which is just it's
the aura's Wrath of God.
Yeah, in like the fact that sometimes this protects your opponent's creatures, like not a big fan.
It's also a mana extra. So
the funny thing about this though that I really like is if you play Canada's Transformation and you enchant somebody's commander.
Oh, it stays.
It stays around, which I kind of love. So yeah, no, Winds of Wrath is definitely. I feel like it's. I don't know where to value this. I feel like maybe like just above Luminarch Ascension. What do you think?
I actually think it's worse than Luminarch Ascension. I think Luminarch Ascension comes on really quickly.
I'm fine with that, yeah. This card's insane in Light Pause though, so like, it is one more mana. It is relevant. I think you're making good points there, Jason. I don't know. I kind of like that Farewell can just do everything in one foul swoop though, as opposed to Austerior Command, which doesn't always do everything.
Also, I value the Exile more than I value the Destroy. That's why.
That is true. Vanquish the Horde is a really solid answer too.
Vanquish is
Would you like White Blasphemous Act? Here you go.
Actually, it's just better Blasphemous Act.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. We are at Teleportation Circle, which blink something on your end step. Very simple card. Very good though. Definitely one of the best blink pieces to be printed recently. If you're playing a blink commander, you're playing this obviously. I feel like it's an A tier card. I don't think it quite on its own gets to S tier, but it's a really, really, really good blink piece. Trying to figure out where it goes though. I feel like it's just below Avacyn, honestly. I think it's that good. Any thoughts?
Yeah, it's so weird because it's like, yeah, I'm kind of with Jason. It's kind of high B for me.
Really?
Like, I think it's good, but it's just kind of meh. It feels good, but I don't think it's actively that good.
Can I put it at low A then?
Yeah, low A is fine. But...
Alright. Speaking of 4-mana cards that make things in white better, here's an Anointed Procession. Doubles your tokens. It is, yeah. It's doubling season, but just the token part, or I guess
This is Parallel Live.
Parallel Lives in white is really probably the better comparison.
Yep.
Really solid card for your token strategies. If I have a token deck that has white in it, it's definitely going in.
Also, keep in mind, there's a lot of effects in white that just kind of randomly make tokens.
That's also true.
So,
I will say this also doubles your treasures for Smothering Tithe, funnily enough.
yep.
I think it goes right next to Teleportation Circle, but like one spot above it, honestly.
Mhm.
They feel like they live in a very similar power band. This is one of my favorite white cards, but it's approach to the second sun.
Oh, would you like a 7 mana win the game spell after you've cast it twice?
Yeah, let me pull this up for the viewers at home. If Approach of the Second Sun was cast from your hand and you've cast another spell named Approach of the Second Sun this game, you win the game. Otherwise, put Approach of the Second Sun into its owner's library, 7 from the top, and you gain 7 life. So the first one doesn't have to resolve, but the second one does. So if you're playing this to win the game, keep that in mind. Can't be a copy of it either. Well, no. If you're casting the copy, it works. It needs to be cast in some way.
Yeah, it has to be cast.
Yes. Which, ironically, with double visions, I think you just win the... No.
Hey, look, a good blue win con. True.
Yeah, this is a really good win con in like an Azorius control deck. Or like a blue-white X control deck. It's pretty great. Absolutely terrifying in Cameron's Afara deck, honestly. Because he just gets back to it so damn fast.
Yeah, so I will say one thing. If we're going to put it in just white, which is kind of how we've been doing these tier lists, Approach gets knocked down quite a few pegs because that is a major restriction in just white.
We've been loosely...
yeah.
Like, I don't think this gets played in mono white decks.
No, it can't.
I wasn't going to put it super high anyway. But I still think it's in B.
I think it's... I almost want to put it in C. Just because it is 7 mana. It has to resolve the second time.
True. I mean, yeah, it's good in Quays because you just draw it.
Yeah.
I'll put it top of C. I might want to upgrade it later on.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like a B card, but I don't know. I can't really justify it.
Logan, I heard you like taxes.
Oh god, Aura of Silence, the bane of my fucking existence when I'm playing Mogus.
I heard you love taxes, Logan. So we put taxes on your taxes.
I mean, yeah, it just does a lot. Like, it's stifle. Not really. It's an actual card, so I can't put that. It stonewalls like a lot of people's artifact ramp. Like, would you like your Soul Ring to now cost 3 mana? Would you like your Worn Power Stone to cost 5 mana and come in tapped because that's a thing it does already? And if you do manage to get something problematic through it, cool, it's dead anyway because they'll just sack this as a last resort. Like, the oh shit button on it makes it just that much better.
Yeah,
I agree. It is definitely underplayed, Jason. I think this is an underappreciated card in Magic.
I think there's too many problematic artifacts and enchantments that if they cost 2 more, it is a major downside to them. So
let's see, like this thing, it blows up your Smothering Tithe, blows up your land tax, blows up whatever equipment you're playing with Pure Steel Paladin, blows up the equipment you get off of Stoneforge Mystic, blows up a Rest in Peace.
It could also just blow up somebody's mana rock.
True, or if you're being really heinous, somebody's artifact land.
Yeah, but who would do that? Totally not me.
No, I not me. We're definitely not the 2 most pro land destructive people in SmoothBrain. Definitely not us.
I mean, look, all I'm gonna say is that I don't blow up your land. I just turn it to an artifact creature with no power or toughness.
This is really good.
Yeah,
I feel like it's an A tier card.
Yeah,
like I think
it's like high A.
It might be like here, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, it's really good. We have a really jam-packed A tier so far. You know what? Fuck it. I'll bump teleportation circle down to top of B.
Yeah. It does kill the Golos. This is true.
You know what else kills Golos? The RC.
The Banhammer.
Yes. Sphere of Safety has a little bit more text on. I'll go ahead and pull it up here. I will say the Aura of Silence blows up your Sphere of Safety. However, your Aura of Silence also adds 1 to that X cost in Sphere of Safety. So this is a Pillow Fort effect that lets people not attack. I think it's relevant that this says Planeswalkers as well, because not many of those like propaganda style effects say that.
I think this is the only one.
They're Norn's Annex as well, but Norn's Annex is significantly worse than this because people can just pay money to it. But yeah, pays that. Yeah, they have to pay X equal to the number of enchantments you control whenever they attack. Which, if you're building your deck in a way that wants this Sphere of Safety, it's damn near impossible to get two and sometimes even 1 creature through at you. So this is just really good if you're playing like a certain amount of enchantments. I'm not sure what the like critical mass in the deck is. Oh yeah, Baird. I forgot about Baird. I'm not sure what the critical mass of enchantments in your deck you want for Sphere of Safety, but if you're playing something with a high amount of enchantments, you probably want this. In fact, this card's probably decent in Light Pulse, but go ahead.
Once you pass like 15, I think this card's really insane.
That's kind of the number I had like floating around in my head, but I wasn't sure. Card's insane in Light Pause, I think, just because you are playing so many enchantments. And then you get to attack for free and not have to worry about getting attacked back.
It feels like... So all of these Pillow Fort cards kind of feel like a B to me. But
wow, that's crazy. I was also going to say B.
Also, it doesn't help that this thing is like 6 mana, right? Is that 5 in a white?
It's 4 in a white.
Okay. It doesn't really matter. Even that 1 extra mana, while it makes it significantly worse, it doesn't change my...
Yeah, I mean, it's one of your best like Pillow Fort options, but then again, Pillow Fort I think is not a great like archetype to play. I have it above Winds of Wrath and below Luminarch Ascension. Do you agree with that?
I agree with that.
Alright.
I think Luminarch Ascension is a much better Pillow Fort piece than Sphere of Safety, but...
Yeah, because making a bunch of 4/4 angels that just block everything is pretty good. Pillow Fort has definitely gotten worse over the years, especially with more ways to get through it. Like a singular Druid Purification just kind of destroys your entire fort. It just kind of throws a Molotov cocktail at your pillows and burns them to the ground.
Yep.
Blind Obedience with honestly one of my favorite mechanics in Commander, Extort. Extort's a super fun mechanic. I wish there was more of it, honestly. Well, no, I don't, because that would be really fucking annoying to play with.
Yes, Luminarch is a win con.
Luminarch does just kill people sometimes, yeah. But Blind Obedience has Extort, so if you cast a spell, then also cool fun thing about Extort is you can play it in mono white because it's in the reminder text and not actually on the card. I think that's like the important wording. Yes. But yeah, whenever you cast a spell, if you can pay an extra mana and drain people for 1 and gain as much life as you gain back, which most of the time is going to be 3 unless you've already killed somebody. Yep. Very, very solid way to gain life. And then also, the main part of the card that you're going to look at is artifacts and creatures your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. Now, I do think
Extort is just flavor text on this.
Yeah, Extort's like the whipped cream on top of the milkshake. Like,
yeah.
I think this is also just a B. Like,
yeah.
I think it's better than Sphere of Safety though.
I completely agree with that.
Yeah. Next we have Sigil of the Empty Throne. Would you like a significantly worse Luminarch's Ascension?
Depends on the deck, actually. Because this is also a win condition if you're playing Enchantress.
Yeah, it's really good in Enchantress. Healing Salve? Mr. St. Nicholas, excellent name if I might add. I don't think Healing Salve is one of the most played cards in EDH, I gotta say. I don't think Healing Salve has been played in probably about 20 years, if I had to guess.
I wish. Return to the days of Healing Salve.
You go play your old school Magic. Yes, that is what I was trying to say, Jason. Thank you for saying it in a much more eloquent way than I could. We are at so we're an Intersigil with Empty Throne. Also makes 4/4 white angel creature tokens. Very good Enchantress decks. Though, is there much mono white Enchantress? I really can't think of any.
You have Mesa Enchantress. You have all that glitters that cares about enchantments.
True. I'm just thinking of like commanders that are mono white Enchantress, which I guess is Light Paws, right?
You have Light Paws?
Light Paws. Yeah, okay, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Where does Sigil of the Empty Throne go?
It's worse than Blind Obedience.
You know, I think I'm good with that. Yeah, I'm good with that. Rootborn Defenses. Oh yeah, we talked about this one. This one's bad.
D.
Yeah. So would you like your Flawless Maneuver to cost 3 mana and also populate for some reason?
I was gonna say we have enough of this effect to the point where this is not good. It's barely above Dog Water, but it's almost there now.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And Jason, I think most of White's card draw is vested in enchantments, or not enchantments, but equipment. But it also has a lot of enchantments that it cares about, which is weird. I would think they should extend some more Enchantress stuff to White, because I feel like it also belongs there.
Oh yes, we want to make our Sithis even better.
It's already broken. Like, what's a little bit more broken in half? Like, it's the opposite of like, if it ain't broke, no fix it. I'm like, if it's broken, just break it more. Who gives a shit?
All right. Remember everything I said about Rootborn Defenses? Flawless Maneuver is like an S tier card.
Yeah. You do lose Populate, which, sad,
But I don't pay mana for this.
But it is literally a free card.
It's a free card.
Where does this go? I'm trying to figure this out.
I think it's the bottom of S.
It's just free. It saves your entire board. I don't think I have an issue with that at all. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, I'm okay with this.
It's another Teferi's protection effect I put in my decks most of the time.
True. If you need a second one, it's a pretty good choice. How the fuck am I spelling Archaeomancer? There we go.
Archaeomancer.
Oh no, I forgot the C. So Archaeomancer's map, one of the newer recent cards that we were talking about earlier for Staples, actually. When it enters the battlefield. Sorry, I got a burp. I should have muted my mic. That was gross. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry, chat.
Wow, that was disgusting.
I'm really sorry, chat. Anyway, when this enters the battlefield, you search 2 planes just off the rip, which is nice. Better than a lot of white ones, which are like, you gotta do. Your opponent has to have more lands, and you also have to do a backflip to get your planes cards. And then it gets the extra added text of whenever a land enters the battlefield under an opponent's control. If that player controls more lands than you, you can put a land card from hand onto the battlefield. So it is burgeoning with more steps, which is fine, honestly, because burgeoning most of the time you just run out of lands anyway.
Okay. So
yes,
this might be a controversial opinion.
I had a feeling you would think this is bad.
I don't think it's bad. I think it's overhyped.
I would tend to agree with you on that.
Yeah, because I think it's one of those cards I don't actually play.
It is definitely like what's the card we talked about like a couple weeks ago that we were like, oh, this is good. I don't think we actually talked about it on here. I think, but like Wondering, it's like kind of like a Wondering Archaic type of thing where you're like, damn, this deck's got 100.
This should be good, but I'm always cutting it.
Yeah, this deck's got like 105 cards left. I gotta cut some cards. Like, oh, Wandering Archaic doesn't really fit my game plan. That's because it doesn't fit any game plan, to be fair. And it's like not inherently good enough to make the cut. And that's just like this same type of like effect in deck building. And yeah, like the Expedition map is probably just better most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Weathered Wayfarer is like a really good one. I think I'd rather have Weathered Wayfarer, I think. Which inherently puts it here below Weathered Wayfarer at the very least.
Yep.
I don't think I want to drop it below C though.
Yeah, I've honestly, like, I will cut Arcanomancer's map for, like, the...
Yeah, that is White's problem, Jason. I agree, is Ketchup Ramp sucks. Not to mention Ketchup Ramp also just makes itself obsolete over time, and this...
Except for Deep Gnome Terramancer.
Yes, that is one of the rare exceptions. But Arcanomancer's map, either... A lot of the time, I feel like it ends up just being, like, draw 2 planes. Which, like, is fine. But there's better stuff, too.
I don't like just putting a, what is that? Is that a divination? Is that the name of the card that's 3 mana draw 2?
I think that's divination, yeah.
Yeah.
Next we have Marble Diamond. Which I gotta remember where we put Fire Diamond.
So, funny thing is, we actually have to put Marble Diamond higher.
Why?
Have you seen any amount of ritual/ramp?
No.
Yep. That should explain everything. We actively have to put Marble Diamond higher because...
Well, like, Fire Diamond was, like, low D. Marble Diamond, I want to put it, like, high D. Like...
I want to put it in C tier.
Really? I don't know.
We don't have enough ramp.
I mean, I guess? I don't... Sure for now.
Also, White is kind of notorious for needing color pips.
True.
So...
The card that Jason thinks is ostensibly better than Farewell. Austere Command. What buttons did I press to make it do that? Okay.
So, Austere Command, still pretty good.
Very good.
I think 6 mana really hurts this card a lot. But it's still really good. I'm feeling an A for it.
Having modality and commander is such a big deal. We've talked about it probably on stream, probably in podcasts before, but like having options on a card is one of the most important things in EDH because you've got 100 cards and they're all singletons. So if those cards can be more flexible, the better.
I don't. This is one of those cards that if it's in a precon, I don't tend to cut it. I just kind of leave it in the deck.
Yep, for precon league, which we've both played in both of ours, right? Both of them, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jason and Shelby are the ones that have only played one out of the group.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I agree. This one I'll just leave in.
Yep,
True,
white
really
token strategy loves it.
Token strategy. I think I want to put it just above Wrath of God, honestly. I feel like that seems correct.
Oh, yeah, it's better than Wrath of God. Even though Wrath of God is 2 mana cheaper.
True, yeah. The modality is worth the 2 extra mana, in my opinion. Aven Mind Sensor, I heard you liked stacks.
We heard you liked stacks, so we put stacks in your white tier list.
Flash Flyer, that's a 2/1. Not that you care about the body. And it makes people search for just the top 4. If you've got a play group that plays a lot of fetches, you can make people really angry about it.
I love this card.
Oh, it's great. Love it too. Yeah.
If only it didn't have a direct replacement in black.
Yeah, opposition agent's just better.
Yeah. Still pretty good. Still like a solid A card.
I'm trying to figure out what to put in A though.
There's just so much searching nowadays that like Aven Mind Sensor keeps getting better.
Oh yeah. And the only sad thing though is your opponents still have to shuffle their deck afterwards.
Yep.
Which would be too fair they had to do with opposition agent too, but
it's a little bit less prevalent with like lands, but if they're like idyllic tutoring or stuff like that.
Tutoring. Yeah, like pretty much any black tutor. A lot of the green tutors, you want to shut down somebody's Finale of Devastation. To be fair, if they're casting a Finale of Devastation for big enough, they're probably still just winning the game anyway. But Green Sun Zenith, Court of Calling, stuff like that really shuts down that stuff pretty well.
It shuts down Cultivate pretty well too.
Yeah, even mine says breaking a fetch is so nice because it's just like free sack out.
Yes,
Yeah. It's just free land destruction.
Down
so
Razika.
Nice. I think I'm gonna put it between Oro Silence and Stoneforge Mystic. I don't know if you have any issues with that.
No, I have no issues with that.
Yeah.
I think it's really good. I think it's underplayed, actually.
I agree. So, speaking of white token strategies, we have Dusk to Dawn. One of the few, dual face cards from Amonkhet I still, actually see a decent amount.
I hate this card.
Why?
I don't think it's good.
I think it's overplayed. I would agree with that. I think it's still pretty solid in the right deck, though.
Yeah, but I don't think it's that good. That's just me.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get the modality that you do with Austere Command. I think I still want to put it right here.
I put it above Well, yeah, I put it above Winds of Wrath.
I mean, the fact that you have the back half there, I like it better than Winds of Wrath because of that.
But I don't think my also thing is I don't think the back half is that good either. So
I think
it can be good, but I don't think it's generally good.
No, you don't just slam in any random white deck. I think you need to build your deck around, or not build your deck around Dusk to Dawn specifically, but you need a deck that meets the criteria essentially. But yes, Mirror Entity, everybody's favorite scarecrow.
Card's great.
Yeah, really good. If you have infinite mana, you win the game.
St. Douglas, don't worry about it. We actually actively enjoy people talking in the chat.
Yeah. If we don't respond to your comment, it's not because we're ignoring it. It's just probably didn't have anything to add to it. Yes. My sensor is very good though. Yeah. But yeah, no, we do appreciate the comments. Mirror Entity wins with infinite mana. To be fair, there's a lot of things that just do that, but pretty cool one.
Mirror Entity also gets around all of your Anthem effects, so that way you can still skull clamp things.
The fact that it says base power and toughness. Yes. Also, your +1/+1 counters just keep
I totally haven't zeroed this thing a whole bunch just to skull clamp things. Definitely not.
Oh, I've watched you do it in a game against me. You've done it to me. It's pretty funny, honestly. That is a thing that I do not often see it used for, but it definitely is very good. True, yeah. Mirror Entity. You don't. Well, I guess you get Mask with Nexus now, but you don't get Arcane Adaption or anything. And this is your in a pinch Arcane Adaption.
Yeah, I quite like Mirror Entity.
I kind of want to put it there in A. That feels right to me. I'm not sure. It does mess with Toxic Deluge.
Toxic Deluge.
Yeah. I would probably never cast Toxic Deluge into a Mirror Entity without counting mana first.
Yeah, and then you have to overpay on the life just to compensate for it.
Yeah, it makes things tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I want it right there, near the bottom of A. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I like it there.
Sounds good.
Mom.
Mom
is very good. Cleric, human, two extremely relevant creature types.
Yes, caused me many of issue in Legacy back in the day. Yeah, really solid all around. Can definitely do some fun stuff on a board. I think it's better in 60 card formats, but it's still really good in Commander, in my opinion. I feel like it's a high B, probably.
I think it's better than Teleportation Circle.
Top of B is fine with me.
Yeah.
Selfless Spirit. I really like this card.
I've come around to this card quite a bit.
It is mom up underplaying EDH. Yeah, that is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's playing at least one board wipe in their deck, or should be playing one board wipe in their deck. If you're not, please, for the love of God, you better have a good reason. Selfless Spirit is like you get to like foretell your. That's not true. Selfless Spirit is just good. Like, it has 2 relevant creature types. It's really easy to make work with like a board wipe on your side. You can save your board pretty easily because you already pay the 2 mana in. You know, 2
also, it makes
or
people hold their sweepers back quite a bit.
Yeah, recently, I've played against a couple decks with Selfless Spirit with you guys, and I have held on to board wipes for probably 2-3 turns too long because I needed to deal with the Selfless Spirit. Because, like, yeah, there's a lot of game states, I feel like, where if you board wipe with a Selfless Spirit on the field, you kind of just win the game for the person with the Selfless Spirit. I don't know if I would put it above Teferi's protection, Jason. But I don't know if we're putting Teferi's protection exclusively in the protection from board wipe cards. It's really good. Like, I think it's almost... Oh my god, am I about to put this in S tier? I feel like it... Just because of the way we're talking about it in relation to the other ones, I feel like it ends up in S tier. Oh yeah, it's really good with Sun Titan.
Oh, Sun Titan loves this card. Sun Titan also loves fetch lands, so...
Yeah, Sun Titan. How are you feeling about Selfless Spirit in S tier?
Ooh. I can see a high A tier for it.
Yeah. I think it might be the best A tier.
Yeah? It's pretty good. It's really good.
Yeah, it feels weird to put it up there because it feels a little innocuous, but...
This is so easy to reanimate it. And I value this effects. Yeah. I think Flawless is like easy, really easy to put up in S tier. Selfless Spirit. I don't know that it's better than Path or Avacyn even.
I'll put it there then. I don't think I'm gonna go any lower with this.
It's just it does feel like it warps the game a little bit.
Yeah, it is very difficult to play around. Right. Savine's Reclamation, another pretty recent card that I've seen played so much.
It's quite good.
Yeah,
this card is quite good.
Yeah, the fact that it says permanent card, and then also the flashback gets 2, are super nice.
I could care less about the flashback. Honestly, I like this thing just at 3 mana. Like, I would actively play this card just for its 3 mana cost.
Oh yeah, I believe that. Look, this card's really solid. Probably the best white like recursion spell. Can't think of any others that I would rather have. Trying to think where
what it's aligned with your intuition, you go get Space Reclamation, LED, and Underworld Breach.
Yeah. I think Teferi's protection's overplayed. Really, Jason? I think Teferi's protection's really good. And played an appropriate amount.
I don't think it's overplayed. Like there's I think it's so insane.
I don't necessarily agree with Flawless Maneuver in S, but I'm fine with it. I feel like I might put it in A, but where the hell is Sabine's going?
Why? this is one of those things where it's like, I think it's just generally good, but you still kind of need your deck to function with it.
Yeah. But the thing is, you just kind of play it in all your white decks, right? Like, you're never not going to have something for 3 mana you don't want to, like, don't want to get back, right?
And then all of your fetch lands, you'd still pay 3 mana to get those back. Man, it's tough. It's tough to, like, determine if this is an S or an A card. This is just so...
Is it better than Path?
No.
Okay, then it's not an S tier card.
Yeah, okay. That's pretty easy. Pretty easy,
Now, where the fuck does it go? Is it just below Path? Like...
I think it's better than Selfless Spirit, but worse than Avacyn.
Okay. I keep staring at Flawless Maneuver. I don't know. Unbreakable Formation. Back to this stupid cycle of cards that we... Not cycle, but like this group
Put
of
it
cards.
in D. Put it in D. Right above Rootborn defenses.
I think it does belong above Rootborn. Rootborn, yes.
Yeah, it's... The addendum is completely irrelevant. Actually, it might go below Reborn, because the addendum is basically irrelevant on this.
Yeah, I guess you can still populate a fucking treasure token or some shit.
Yeah.
Wait, no. Populates this creature token.
Yeah, you can still populate a creature token.
No. Populate is just a creature token. No,
I know.
You can't populate treasures.
Yeah, you can't make treasures, but you can
Yeah.
still populate a creature token.
True. Court of Grace. It's a Monarch card, so I appreciate it for that. And it's one of the few of those Monarch cards that actually, like, helps you keep the Monarch, too.
Yeah, even the 1/1 Spirit is still not irrelevant either. So
Yeah, no, getting a 1/1 Spirit every turn is still, like, super good in a lot of white decks.
yeah,
I feel like it's, like, top of C.
yeah. I mean, it's better. I think it's better than Approach, but I can't even
That's where
put
I
it
have
above
it.
Sweeper.
Yeah, I can't really put
S tier in my heart.
Yeah, I, as much as I love Monarch cards, I can't put it any higher.
Oh,
Another really solid new white card. Keeper of the Accord.
Yet another card that it runs into the Wandering Archaic problem.
Yeah. Catch-up mechanics in Magic are kind of bad. Just put the things on the card that I want to do instead. I love Monarch as a mechanic, yeah. They put in initiative.
Why can't this card read? At the beginning of each opponent's end step, create a 1/1 white creature token. And at the beginning of each opponent's end step, if that player controls more lands than you, search for a plains, not a basic plains.
Yeah, and like I guess that's the most comparable to like Tendies, but like I think 1 less mana than Tendies is fine.
Yeah,
for that kind of effect. Especially since it's on the end step and not the upkeep. It doesn't actually pump the soldier tokens.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, this is just like disappointing. Is this also like? I feel like it's definitely better than Court of Grace at the very.
Yeah. I don't think it's B tier card. But
no, I think it's just top of C. Oh.
It's one of those cards that the more and more stuff they bring out, the worse it gets.
Yes.
Because you start remembering that catch-up is bad. Chroma's Will is quite good.
Yes. It can protect your board, or it can do both of you. But
it
protect
can
your board, or it can just kill people. Uh, modality is money in EDH, like we said before. So.
But this is just like Jessica's Will, in that it's not actually modality. It's
You get these two effects for 4 mana.
you get these two effects for 4 mana.
I'm not sure
Which
where I'm putting this.
one of those effects for like 3 mana is good, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Both of those effects for 4 mana is insane.
Absolutely. I'm trying to think where to put this though. Is it a or an A? Can't decide.
I think it's like the bottom of A.
I'm fine with that. Open the armory. Here is your specific tutor for white. So I guess it has 2 things. This is really good for Voltron decks. Really good
Still solid. Still solid card.
I mean, it has to be at minimum, I think. It's in the Stoneforge Mystic here.
Yeah,
that's fair,
Chroma's Well
Jason.
is definitely the only combat.
That's
trick
fair,
I'll
Jason.
consider.
I might put it like just below Stoneforge, but the thing is, it's aura or equipment.
I think it's better than Stoneforge in a lot of decks.
Yeah, the fact that you grab an aura is pretty nice. I don't know. Does it go any higher?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Danitha. Is this? I can't remember what she does, but she might be our first dog water. No, she's actually solid.
She's solid only because it's white.
I mean, yeah, auras and equipments.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really solid tutor, but niche. Yep, exactly. I don't know. She's like fine, I guess. She goes in C for me. Like,
She's a C tier card for me.
is it like top of C though, or is it?
Below Quarter Grace.
Yeah, I think I'm fine with that. Disenchant. Would you like a naturalized but in white? I think this might have come before. Realize I don't remember.
I don't care. It's still a naturalized in white to me. Danitha is bad. I completely agree, Jason.
Yes, she is. Where the hell does Disenchant go? It's pretty solid removal.
Like, C?
Is it like top of C? I feel like
No, it's like right next to Wall of Omens. I can't tell you which side, though.
I'm putting it above Wall of Omens personally. Sigarda's Aid. Really good for your equipment decks. Shram's in here somewhere. We're gonna get to him, but yeah, all your shit gets flash, and then whenever equipment enters the battlefield, including your giant fucking hammer, attaches to a creature you control.
Don't worry, Boros players / equipment player enjoyers. We'll get to your good card eventually.
Shram, he's in there somewhere. Maybe we'll see him. I don't know. I can't spot him
He's
out
there.
immediately.
He's there.
I know he is.
There's no way he
Sigarda's
wouldn't
Aid.
be there.
No, I agree. Where the hell is Sigarda's Aid going?
Like, the B? Above Sphere Safety? Below Sigil?
Really? You think it's that low?
Yeah.
I think the free attach is like massive. I think it's like above Blind Obedience personally.
Yeah, but I can give you that. I just won't give you any higher than B tier.
Yeah, I'm not going that much higher. Recruiter of the Guard. Imperial Recruiter, but on the other side.
Isn't this worse? Because it's toughness,
It's toughness.
Right? Yeah, which is generally worse than Imperial Recruiter, which is power.
That is correct.
But still really, really good.
I mean, yeah, it's just another like solid tutor.
another A tier card.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure where an A. I feel like it might be above Open the Armory, honestly.
It's above Open the Armory. Yeah, I can see Recruiter at S.
You know, I want to put it at S.
Yeah,
I want to put it with Flawless Maneuver too.
It's really good.
I think I want to put it there. I think I want to put it right here. Yeah, I think it's that good. I'm putting it there. Elspeth.
The more and more I talk about it, the more I'm like convincing myself that yeah, it is just that good.
Sun's Chamois is the one we're looking at. She make it a tokens and she wipe it a board.
She expensive.
She do be 6 mana, however. This is true.
She's overplayed.
Oh, for sure. I don't know where to put her. Is she like top of C? Is she that bad? No. Really?
No. She's a B tier card.
Yeah.
She's still good.
Where the hell does she go? No, I can't. No. Yeah, maybe?
Maybe. We're gonna stick her right there, and then we'll wait.
There.
We'll wait for chat to argue with us on that.
Flicker and white creatures are Flicker and small creatures are white's forte. Wow, I said with white creatures are white's forte. Jesus Christ.
No way. I could have never guessed that.
I heard you like not having people interact with you on your turn. Else with this high B close to. Okay, we were pretty close to where Jason thinks it should go.
Yeah. Close to teleportation circle. That's close to teleportation circle.
Kind of, yeah. I think you probably had it a little bit closer, but Great Abolisher I think is a pretty solid card.
Is it A or S?
It's
really insanely powerful.
You know, it is. Like, you just get to do the things you want to do on your turn without having them interact. Preventing interaction is such a big deal. Like, Allosaurus Shepherd was like an S tier, right?
I think it was like...
Hang on. I'm gonna go check the Discord.
Yeah, go check that, because...
They're not exact parallels, but they're pretty close. Let's see, where do we put Allosaurus Shepherd? Oh, wait! He wasn't on the list, was he? Because we don't have him in
because
SOA.
it was the scarcity.
Oh, God. Okay, never mind. Just ignore that then. I think this is an S tier. I think I put it just below Flawless Maneuver.
I think Flawless Maneuver is the bottom of S, but
I think it could go lower, honestly, but I don't know. It's just free. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Do we think Grand Abolish is better than Recruiter the card? I think it's no.
I think it's no.
You know, I kind of want to move Pure Steel Paladin to here.
Yeah. That's what I was about to say.
I think Land Tax is in the right spot. Yeah. What do you think? You think Land Tax is in the right spot?
I think Land Tax is right where it belongs.
Okay. More stacks pieces. Deafening silence.
Hey, Logan.
Yeah.
You know this card is actively not that great in casual Magic.
No, in casual Magic it's terrible, actually. Because it turns out the more casual the table is, the more likely it's going to be that people are casting creatures.
The more creatures there are, even in higher power, turns out there's a lot of really good creatures.
Yes. So this is a weird one to rate just because of the way it scales, which Grand Abolisher too, but even at lower power level, that's still like really good because people still will try to interact with you.
So CEDH, this is an A tier card.
Absolutely.
Casual EDH, this is C.
Do we just like split the middle and put it like B?
I almost want to keep it at C.
I'm putting it top of C if we do C. I want to put it at the bottom of B. I feel like that just feels right. I know Jason commented very good as table scale up to Grand Abolisher, but it's also relevant for this card.
It is even more relevant for Deafening Silence, though, I think.
I would agree, yeah. All That Glitters, a card I played a shit ton of on Arena when I was still playing things on that client. Because it was a very fun card to play. Yeah. How your Light Paws deck doing? You'd be doing a lot better if it had this card in it.
It's oh my god, this card is so good.
Yeah. Are you playing an equipment deck or an enchantment deck or a Voltron deck that does either of those things? Are you also in white?
I actually don't think this is that good in equipment, but enchantments.
No, it's definitely better than enchantment decks, but
this is insane.
I still think it's worth an enchantments because like it counts artifacts as well. It's definitely not as good as it is in enchantments, but it's still really solid.
Logan, seeing All That Glitters here makes me actually want to build Light Paws.
I have actually not seen Light Paws in action, so I don't hate that. Is this like just below Avacyn? I feel like it's very close and like wins the game.
It's
like,
pretty. I think it's like right next to Aura of Silence.
Like above it or below it?
Above Aura of Silence.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, it does also kind of work in equipment decks. It's just really good.
I think it's a little better in enchantment decks, but yeah, it still works in equipment decks. Makes it Enchantress. This is going in the same exact decks you put All That Glitters in.
B.
Draws a card whenever you cast an enchantment spell.
B.
Where in B? I feel like it goes pretty high in B. Like maybe there, maybe
right
above
below
Mom.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's right below. Enlightened Tutor. Here is your other white tutor that you get.
S tier.
Yeah. Artifact or enchantment and put it on top. Also
Above Recruiter of the Guard.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Wait. Although Recruiter of the Guard is repeatable, it's just hard to beat a 1-mana instant speed tutor.
It's really good. Thalia Heretic Cathar. This is a hate bear in the looser sense of the term.
Hello, my stack starling. How's it going?
Yeah, she does. She does do some good stack stuff. Also, just a 3/2 first striker, which can be kind of hard to deal with sometimes. I don't know. She's like solid. Maybe a B.
She's an S in my heart because it's Thalia.
Well, I know, but we're not doing the waifu tier list today.
That doesn't even matter. It's just I like Thalia a lot.
I know. I feel like it's just like right next to Blind Obedience.
Oh yeah. You can make an argument that it's actually a little bit better than Blind Obedience, but
it does make lands come in tapped. I don't know. I feel like making treasure tokens come in tapped is like kind of massive for Blind Obedience.
Yeah.
Which is why I love Manglehorn in green. Hi, Draneth Magistrate. You're a card. So yeah, if you don't like people casting their commanders or having fun, Draneth Magistrate, it's a very good card for you.
We don't have cameras on, but I'm actively flipping off this card.
I know you are, and that's why it should be an S tier, right?
Oh, absolutely. I hate this card.
I think it's just below Grand Abolisher.
Actually, I think it's better than Grand Abolisher. It might. There's an argument to be made that Draneth Magistrate shutting down your opponent's deck is so insanely powerful.
Yeah, cutting off commanders, like people who play commanders, is kind of huge.
It cuts off like the entirety of Prosper too.
For Prosper decks, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm fine with this. And like a lot of like red impulse draw and shit too. Like, hi, Elishnorn.
Yes, Draneth is arguably the best white card. You can make an argument for it. Like it is that good.
I'm putting it there.
I would put it above Lantax even. The more I think about it.
This wasn't even the one we debated to be in top 3 either. This is even one.
Yeah.
Fuck it, you know, I want to put it there, honestly.
Yeah. You always forget because we don't play it in casual, so we always forget just how absolutely insane Draenith is.
It's so good.
Well, I mean, if we were playing for raw power, we'd always put Draenith in, but because we actually want to kind of showcase decks.
It's bad for content, really fucking good for your white deck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Scott. Welcome. Wait, where is he? Oh, no, you were in the stream last night. That's right. I was like, I don't think you were in the stream last week. You were in the Your Dead Next Turn stream last week, I think. Or last night, excuse me. Yeah, that's kind of why I was like Blind Obedience goes over Thalia because the Exort as well, but yeah, they're pretty close in my opinion. But anyway, Elesh Norn, really good for your White Weenie deck. Also, just kind of a good card in general.
Is it A or S, Logan?
She is 7 mana.
Yeah, and
is she better than Path to Exile? That is the question.
Yeah, that's a very, very hard to answer question there, Logan.
That is a really hard to answer question.
Elesh Norn is even more of a I win the game than
I think at minimum, I think Elesh Norn is probably White's best haymaker, honestly.
Yeah.
I think at minimum it's better than Avacyn. So it's really a. I feel like if it's better than Path, it goes to S tier, like bottom of S tier.
I think there's an argument you could make that it is better than Path.
It's tough.
Nope.
I think.
Jason, don't come in here with reason. Let me put Elesh Norn in S tier.
I think she's A. I really do. I think she's A.
Okay, fine. We'll put her right below Path then.
Right. Sarah Ascendant. This is most of the time going to be a 6/6, I think.
1 mana 6/6 with flying and
just
lifelink.
Sarah there. Okay, never mind. It's right there. Yeah. Most of the time, this is just a 6/6.
Yeah. How much do you like 1 mana 6/6 with flying and lifelink?
Like, that's pretty good. That's a really good rate. That's a pretty insane rate. I feel like it's like somewhere middle of S or middle of A. I mean,
I think it's middle of A. I don't think you can.
I'm trying to think where in the middle of A it is. Like maybe above Rip.
Yeah. I like that place for it.
It's a really cheap threat. Like,
it's also like one of the best cards you can play on turns 1 through 3. So.
True. He's really good. Yeah. Yeah, Elesh Norn gets dealt with pretty immediately. Like it's a card you need to get rid of. But you have to like get to it or you have to cheat it out. Like that's kind of why I'm putting it there. Hey, more stacks. Linvala. No, I spelled it right. I almost did. I forgot she had 3 versions. I thought she only had the 2. Yeah. We never see this one. That's why. Yeah. I mean, shutting off activated abilities is pretty massive. Yes, Norn does get big groans very regularly. I mean, like this turns off a lot of commanders. Obviously, it's not as good as like a Draenith Magistrate, which just says, "Oh, you just can't cast it anyway."
It turns off a lot of things.
There's a lot of combos where this just does the thing you want it. Like, it's a good stacks piece. I'm trying to
make all the artifacts into creatures, so that way they can't do anything.
Yeah. That's right, Jason. It is one for each trip of Zendikar. Because that's where she lives. This feels like a bottom of A-ish type one.
Yeah.
I might go lower.
I might put it at the top of B.
I think she's worse than Mom, honestly.
Yeah.
Aether's Crusade. Oh no. Actually, it didn't matter that I clicked that. I mean, this stacks up pretty quick, but like also I'm not super impressed by it.
I'm like, I put it in a lot of my token decks. I never cast it, and it kind of doesn't do anything. I know it's good, but Well, that meets the criteria of C for me.
I don't know where to put this thing. Like, I think it... Maybe there.
Maybe?
Yeah, it's also one that just cut a lot of the time.
It's one of those cards I just cut. I don't, like... It doesn't do anything half the time.
I want it to be lower than this, but I can acknowledge that it's better than Elspeth.
Yeah. That being said, I play Elspeth more than I play Cathar's Crusade.
Yeah. Eerie Interlude. It is ass. And they have to keep up with all the dice, too. Gross.
Mm-hmm.
Making me do things on my board.
Yeah.
Eerie Interlude. Blank your entire board. Like a whisper your entire board.
It's okay.
It protects you from board wipes, but I think you're mostly using this for big blink turns.
Yeah. I think it's
a B. Like, it might just go next to, like, Teleportation Circle for me.
I think it's above Teleportation Circle for me, but...
I think you're right. I think, like, the big punchy turn, as opposed to, like, blinking to one creature wants a turn. Yeah. Like, I think it's a little bit better. Yeah. Fumigate. I think it's better than... What's the other 5-mana Wrath we talked about?
That would be Winds of Wrath.
I think it's literally... Well, I think it's better than Dusk Dawn, too. I think I would put it right there.
That's where I would put it at. It's definitely worse than Wrath of God.
Yes.
But...
Authority of the Console. Or were we going to say something else?
I was going to say, that being said, you can gain a metric crap ton of life off that.
True, but yeah, I'm fine with where it's at.
Authority of the Consoles is okay.
I think it is next to Thalia and Blind Obedience. Where do they go?
I think it's worse
right
than
here.
Blind Obedience.
I think it's worse than Thalia, too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's just right there in that tier with them.
Mm-hmm.
Day of Judgment. It is objectively worse than Wrath of God, because it doesn't say that they can't be regenerated, but it's basically the same card.
Mm-hmm.
But in an objective sense, it's slightly worse.
Yeah.
For some reason, somebody is playing regenerate effects, which, you know, you see sometimes. One of my favorite protection spells right now is Rapid Vigor, but go ahead.
I heard you wanted to talk about another CDH only card.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like,
We're silent.
We're making a casual tier list here with some slight consideration nods to CDH.
Yeah, but this is like only played in CDH.
I think this card is actually dog water in casual.
I mean, to be honest, if I'm playing white board wipes, like, Wrath of God's not even making it in the deck, if I'm being completely honest.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I agree. Day of Judgment sucks.
Yep. Wrath of God, that's not great. Alright, do we want to split the difference on S and dog water to a C?
Sure.
So that way we don't get absolutely spit roasted on that.
Sure, we'll put it there. I don't know.
That way we don't get absolutely spit roasted on that
yeah.
placement.
Safara. Like, she's solid.
Okay, she's not good.
No, I mean, she gives you your other flying stuff. Like, you have to be playing flying tribal. Well, I guess probably angel tribal since it's white, but like, I don't know. She feels like a C card. Like, I don't know, maybe top of C, maybe higher.
No, I think I actually think she's worse than Keeper and Court.
Not worse than Danitha for sure, though. Yeah, this is fine.
Yes, Winds of Wrath Ox we specifically said earlier was really good in enchantment decks, but
it's it's got a very specific like use.
Yeah, that's why we can't put it above B tier. Or like the bottom of B tier.
Yeah, it's good where it's good, but it's also just kind of mid where it's mid. Mangara.
Middle of A tier? Maybe lower?
I think Mangara was definitely overhyped when it came out.
I still think it's overhyped now.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of where to put it.
Maybe bottom of A?
Yeah. Yeah. That's sad. Give her room.
It's Mom, but...
Better or worse?
Worse, because not a human.
You know, this is very true to core.
Yeah.
Ranger Captain of Eos. God, I hate playing against this card.
Logan's been scarred by playing too much CEDH.
So many times I have people are just like, yeah, let's cast this Ranger Captain of Eos. I'm like, oh, cool. I just can't play the game.
Yeah, as much as I like white, like, yes, it is white card draw, Mangara, like, doesn't feel good to play. As weird as it sounds.
Yeah, no, Mangara is... I don't think it draws as consistently enough. It's still A, like bottom of A, but like, I can't put it any higher.
Can I call Ranger Captain an S tier card and call it good for the day?
Well, is that CD8? Because are we talking about the tutor part of it?
I'm talking about the tutor part plus the silence. Like,
well, the thing is, we just put silence in C tier because it's bad and casual.
But you have the tutor as well.
I mean, true. It just, I guess it's just kind of a free silence whenever you want to use it. Where am I putting this, though? Am I putting it... I think I'm just putting it there. I think it's better than Flawless Maneuver.
Casual mid A. You know, I could see that, Jason, but can we split the difference in calling it right below Path to Exile?
Right below. I think it's better than Elish, Norn, and Abyssin?
This card's nuts, dude.
Fine.
You know it's nuts too.
Yeah, because it makes me not win the game.
It actively
it's a bastard. It's a bastard. I hate him. I mean,
he is just an Esper Sentinel tutor. But honestly, if you're tutoring up Esper Sentinel,
that's not a bad thing.
I mean, that's not a bad thing.
Is it power or is it CMC? CMC, okay. So it doesn't get Drain of Magistrate. I'm trying to see what else on this list it gets.
It gets Sarah Ascendant,
Bomb Giver,
Esper Sentinel, which is coming up later.
We'll get there. Nothing yet. Other than
the Soul Sisters.
True. And there's other stuff and like other.
There's a lot of other 1-drops in the game that it gets too.
It does get Mom. Correct. No, Path is. We're leaving Path at the top of A.
Yeah, we're leaving Path at the top of A.
Winds of
I don't care how efficient it is. Yes, it's also getting Walking Ballista.
Oh, it does get Walking Ballista.
Yeah.
I guess it gets Withered Wayfarer too. What we have. Winds of Abandon. It's a board wipe that exiles things.
D.
It does just. Yeah, it gives. I mean, it gives.
It's a mass path. It's a very overcosted mass path at sorcery speed.
Yeah. Top of D goes.
Yeah, it's not good.
Oh yeah, blinking your ranger captain is really solid.
Mm-hmm.
Ephemerate, love this card. Don't know if it's how good it is, but I like it. Where's your interlude?
It's above area interlude.
I think I'm good with it right there.
Hey, I heard you wanted to win with Spellseeker. Just slap it up there right below Smothering Tithe and call it good.
Well, I'm trying to think if I like it more or less than Drenith.
We should do a 1-drops tier list and just put it, like, so that way I can officially state that Esper Sentinel is arguably the best 1-drop in.
I'm trying to think of what I would have beaten out, but I can't remember all the 1-drops off the top of my head.
And I'm talking specifically creatures, not... Because Soul Ring's obviously better than Esper Sentinel,
yeah.
Right? But
I was thinking creatures too. I wasn't... But yeah, no, definitely need to specify that. Ranger Bastard VS, yes. He's a bastard indeed. Yeah, Esper Sentinel's insane on turn 1.
It's really, really still okay on later turns too.
I really... Unlucky. Goblin Lackey is kind of insane, yeah. I don't know if it's the best, but it's definitely up there. I've lost games to Goblin Lackey. I want to move Smothering Tithe down here. I don't know why. This feels right to me. What do you think?
That feels... I don't know. I still think Smothering Tithe's a bit better than Dranith, but Dranith is just so good.
Sure, I'll do this.
Yeah.
Cleansing Nova. This is a mono white board wipe I play a decent amount.
I play a decent amount, but I don't like it.
It's in a very similar vein to Austere Command. I feel like it's slightly worse.
I actively do not like casting this card even though I play it. Because it never seems to hit all the things I want it to hit.
Agreed.
Like,
Which is
I
why
need
I
it.
think it's...
I need it to do everything, not just the one of the two.
Why, Farewell is so much better. Where's Austere Command? I feel like it goes like below Austere.
Yeah.
Yeah, Farewell's easily the best out of all of these. We're just not quite there yet. More removal though. Return to Dust.
This card has been outclassed.
You mean Force of Vigor? Yeah.
No, just in general, this card's been outclassed.
I mean, I tend to agree with that. Yeah, but the potential, Jason. Otherwise, we have to put it next to Winds of Wrath, and that feels wrong.
That does feel wrong, but man, it's still bad.
You just put it. You might just want to put it above Fumigate, honestly. What do you think?
Yeah, there you go. That feels like
God,
better.
That looks wrong. That looks wrong. I'm sorry.
It looks wrong, but then because I still play it, is the problem.
True.
Yes, tapping out on your main phase to return to dust is objectively bad.
I just want to put it there, next to Disenchant.
That sounds good to me. That's
Sure.
practically what it is.
Oh, I know you have. I know you have things to say about this card. Yeah.
That's tier.
What
Easily?
the fuck did I type in to get
What?
that? Oh wait, I added like an extra E or something. There we go.
Yeah.
She's insane. Yeah.
This card is insane.
Absurd. Yeah, let me put that up there a little bit. It's a Vigilance. Why the fuck does this thing have Vigilance?
I don't know.
Its power is equal to the number of creatures you control. And then, would you like creatures to make that power bigger? Yes. Because it makes those too. And whenever you attack for each opponent, create a 1/1 human creature token that's tapped and attacking that player or a planeswalker they control. So you don't get to choose where it goes, but I don't think you care.
You don't care.
It's just generating
flood
3
the
tokens
board.
a turn, and like it gives itself
If not
plus,
more.
Yeah,
If you have a way to double attack triggers, it does even more.
Yes, this is really good ignition. Yes. Or I guess just it's triggered, right? So you can do Trionic Resonator.
Mm-hmm.
The public thinks the case was Crusade, yes.
Also, very relevant. Cataline, herself does not have to attack for that trigger to happen.
That is true. Whenever it's just attacking an opponent in general. Where the hell am I putting this?
Yep. Above Pure Steel Paladin, but below Grand Abolisher.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Vanquish the Horde. Speaking of board wipes.
Hey, we actually have a really good board wipe here.
Yes. Where the hell am I putting it? Am I putting it just next to Austere Commander, or does it go higher?
I think it's higher.
It might go higher, yeah. Where am I putting it?
Below or above Selfless Spirit. Feels like a pretty good place for me.
Sure, yeah.
This is 2 mana Wrath.
Yeah, it's good.
It's easily an A tier card, like Ox is saying. Like, there's no arguing that.
Absolutely, yeah. Soul Warden. We're gonna grab Soul's Attendant while we're here. And I guess Suture Priest too, might as well. Yeah, that should be all of those effects.
I heard you wanted Soul Sisters.
Yeah, absolutely. Suture Priest is obviously the best of those 3 because it does other things too, but...
Yeah.
Where the hell am I putting the Soul Sisters?
Vanquish the Horde is the only way I teach my friends to not overextend.
That is one way to do it for sure.
That is one way to do it.
Where am I putting the Soul Sisters?
They're pretty mid.
I feel like I could put the Soul Sisters in C, but Suture Priest in B. Because Suture Priest... I think the second ability of Suture Priest is significant enough to put it...
Yeah, I think at the bottom of B, but put the rest of them in, like, C tier.
I like Soul Warden's art better, so I'm putting it in front of...
Jason, it shouldn't be surprising, because people like life gain for some reason.
Yeah. And like I told you about Lagrella today, this card wins in Lagrella. Though that's like one very specific commander and definitely did put it in the top 100, but yeah, weird that it made it into...
Yep, right there.
Do I want to... Yeah, I don't know if I can put it higher.
Like, I can't justify it being higher, personally. Hey, we get our first dog water card!
Woo,
yeah!
Heritage, woo! Let's show you how bad this card is. And when one or more creatures attack, you may have target attack creature gain double strike until end of turn. Okay! Sure! It sucks.
It's bad. It's terrible. Don't play this card.
Yes. Felidar Retreat.
Card's quite good.
Yeah, very solid card. I've absolutely seen this enchantment take over games before.
I don't think I've actually ever made tutus with this.
Yeah, I feel like generally you have the creatures. Yes.
Duelist Heritage is bad, Jason. Shut your mouth.
It's really bad. I can't put it above any of these other cards.
It is the first card I cut in any precon. I don't even consider it for decks, even for Voltron.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
It's so bad.
Anyway, where are we putting Felidar Retreat?
Solid top, like upper top of B?
Yeah. Now, does it go above Mom and Giver?
I think it goes below both of them.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Generous Gift. Good all-around removal. I know Beast Within was on the green tier list. Now I need to go see where we put it.
I think we put it in A tier.
That sounds right, but I need to go check. We put it at the bottom of S.
Dang it, Cameron convinced us that we need to put it in S tier.
How dare he?
I guess we get to put it at the bottom of S in this one.
I feel like it might be better than Flawless Maneuver, honestly.
Yeah, it is. Good C card for me.
And now is he talking about Felidar Retreat, or is he talking about Generous Gift?
Yeah.
Where does the surprise come from, Jason? The enchantment's on the battlefield. For Duelist Heritage. Oh, no, he's talking about Duelist Heritage for the C card. Intangible Virtue is a card that exists.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if
it's an Anthem card. It's not good.
It's not Dogwater, though. Like, it's Sun Titan. Whenever it enters the battlefield or attacks, you return a permanent card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. I'm keeping Duelist Heritage and Dogwater. I don't care.
I don't care, Jason. We're keeping it in Dogwater.
I actually didn't know. I didn't realize the part where you can just give people double strike if you want to, but that doesn't really add anything for me.
But people see double strike and they're too afraid to let it exist. So,
Sun Titan, good recursion card.
Sun Titan is like feels like an A tier card to me. It's
Where's
really
Savine's
good.
Reclamation? I kind of want to put it next to Savine's Reclamation. I'm not sure on which side. Well, yeah, no, that feels right still.
Mm-hmm.
Where next to it though? I'm not sure. I think it's
Yeah. See, Jason, it's in Dogwater still. We're not moving it.
Yeah, she. Yeah, I'll just put Sun Titan here. Yes, the other card that we were talking about is in the top 3. Swords to Plowshares. But I don't know if it's in the top.
Is it better than Esper Sentinel?
It's at minimum better than Teferi's Protection. I think it's better than Traneth. I think it's better than Smothering Tithe.
Hey, no, I didn't say that. I said that it's bad, and people see Double Strike and instantly Neuron activate to get rid of it.
Neuron activation.
So, and that's actively why it's bad, because people see Double Strike and immediately think, "Oh, we got to deal with that," even if it could be beneficial.
I think I'm leaving Esper Sentinel in the top spot, honestly.
That's fair.
Hush
Fish Stick
Contraband?
Study. What?
You made a tier list. How do you not know the card?
Because
wait.
I just grabbed Scryfall images to make the tier list. Like,
Yeah, fair
I didn't pay attention to what I was putting on here, outside of one card.
4 mana, but it says it's double the cost of a disenchant, but it says exile on it. Oh wait, no, you can do both too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's actually not bad. Like,
Yeah, it's not. It's actively better than Return to Dust.
yeah, yes, yeah, it literally is just better than Return to Dust.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Dispatch. Do you have any arguments here?
Yes.
Okay, give them to me.
Metalcraft.
Okay, where does this go then? I don't know where to put it.
Like, Metalcraft is actually kind of a big deal.
I feel like it's super easy to turn on.
It is very easy to turn on, but it's a big enough deal to not put it in A tier.
Oh, you think it's not even an A tier? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where is this going, then?
I can put it above Mom and Giver of Runes. Because there are active situations where that card just says tap a creature.
This is true.
So
it makes me want to put swords above Esper Sentinel just to have the removal spells at the top of each of the top 3 tiers.
yeah,
But
exactly. Jason's with me. Dispatch feels meh.
Fine. But who thinks I should put swords just for the aesthetic? No, I'm kidding. I'm not doing that. Hey, Schramm's here. He's really fucking good.
Easy S tier. It's not even close.
Let's see. He says or equipment or vehicle, so we don't care about the vehicle part.
We care about auras and equipment, so.
I think it's still better than pure steel because it says auras and equipments instead of just equipment. Even though that metalcraft on ability on pure steel paladin's super nice. But what do you think? I think it's somewhere next to pure steel paladin.
It's right next to pure. It is above pure steel paladin.
Okay, I'm glad we can agree on that.
Yeah.
Hey, adios.
Adios. Like one of the easiest. Is it the easiest? Is it better than Path? That is the question. Is Farewell actively better than Path?
I don't know.
Because it might actually just be right below Path in A tier.
You know, I think I'm fine with that. A couple other things I've seen is I feel like I want to move Rest in Peace down.
Yeah,
Like bottom of A, I think.
that's fine with me.
And then I want to move Flawless Maneuver down too. But I don't know if you're going to argue with me about that one.
The more and more I think about it, I think you can make an argument for mid A.
Like there, maybe?
Yeah. Still advocating for S tier Path. No. I'm sorry.
No.
Path is overhyped, people.
Not to mention it would fuck with my one drop aesthetic, okay? I can't do that. Ethereal Armor. Kinda surprised we haven't seen like one of these like a Voltron enchantment yet. Oh no, never mind. We've seen. This is only the second one we've seen though. I feel like
We saw all that glitters earlier.
yeah, but this is only like the second one we've seen, which is kind of surprising to me because I feel like there's way more in white.
Hello, worse all that glitters, but still good.
Yeah, obviously worse than all the glitters. Where do we have all the glitters? Okay, there.
Yep.
I still think it goes a little bit lower. Like maybe here-ish?
Yeah, that feels
Sure.
okay to me. All right.
Oh no! Fuck! Shit! Dicks! Alright, make your case.
All right. I'm not gonna argue S. I'm not gonna argue A. But I am gonna argue it's a solid B.
Okay, I was worried with how you were talking before the stream. I was like, he's gonna try to make this a fucking S tier
Everybody
card.
calls this dog water though, and it's not.
It's not dog water. I agree with you on that, but I was like, you're gonna like try to make me think this is a fucking S tier card somehow.
No,
Okay.
I'm going to convince you because I
Okay,
still view B tier as good.
Okay, make your argument then.
All right, this is a politics card
Yes.
at 100%. This is a politics card. This is a very good rate for what you're getting. 3 mana, draw 3, and every time you play this, you should always pick the person that is the least likely to benefit off of it, to the point where them drawing 3 cards doesn't actually matter. It's the same reason why I think Skullwinder is a good card as well. Because you can actively convince somebody to, buy a favor or that. We kind of, at SmoothBrain, just kind of undervalue politics, even though it's quite an essential part of the game.
Alright. Hear me out, I still want to put it at top of C.
I think it's still a B tier card.
Where in B would you put it?
I would put it above Deafening Silence.
I don't think I would do that. Personally.
Yeah, it really do be 3 mana, you can't attack me for a turn or 2.
True.
Like,
Obviously, Jason thinks it's dog water. I kind of want some more chat input for this one because I feel like this is like the big debate one.
this wasn't even in the most 100 played cards, but I had to put it on there
You
because of my
bastard!
statements last week.
Wow, this one would not Smuggler's Share. All right. I'll give you bottom of B. How about that?
Thank you.
Heliod is like it's S tier, right?
Heliod, Suncrowned, is a solid A tier card normally.
Does it just go? Is it? I think it's in the same realm as like. Where did they go? Like Elishnorn and Avacyn, right?
Yeah. This is big, spooky, but unless there's a walking ballista out, it is not that big of a deal.
I think it's next to I think it's just above Elishnorn, I think, for me.
Yeah, because it's much easier to win with Heliod than it is with Elishnorn.
Yeah. Alright, let's see. Oh, hey! Heliod.
This card is bad.
Yeah.
This card is bad.
I would say it's worse Bioforce, but that's not really true because Bioforce only says artifacts. But it is like a mana more expensive. I mean, I'm thinking like there, like upper D. Yeah,
upper D feels good to me.
I did look tutor. You get an enchantment card and put it in your hand. Everybody put open the armory because it's like obvious. Well, no, because open the armory says aura, right?
Yeah, this is specifically any enchantment. Which still puts it in A tier for me, because it is 3 mana. But
yeah, I'm trying to think where.
Put it above Open the Armory, but below Aven Mind Sensor.
I think I'm fine with that, yeah. What do we have next? Archon of Sun's Grace.
What is...
I did not type that, what the hell?
What does this one do?
Hang on.
That's the good one.
Pegasus creatures you control have lifelink, and then it makes
This is
Pegasus...
dog water.
This is not dog water. I disagree with you.
This is bad.
No, it's not. This is really good at enchantment decks.
Yeah, but I would much rather just play an extra enchantment than this.
I highly disagree with you. I think this is at like a C. I don't think it's a dog water. I think this is like a C. It shits out a lot of creatures in Enchantress decks, like, super easily. I don't really give a shit about the lifelink part, but, like, it just shits out 2/2 flyers, which is, like, super nice. You give me bottom of C?
I'll give you bottom of C.
Cool. Windborn means. Does not protect your planeswalkers. Is a propaganda, however.
It's also a creature, which makes it infinitely easier to remove than
This is also true.
I
guess Ghostly Prison's probably the better one. Which is Ghostly Prison in this list?
No.
Really? No, it's right there. It's right there.
Oh, dang it! I thought people had finally heard the light on Ghostly Prison not being that great in Commander, but.
I don't know. Is this like D or something? Well, no. Where would we put Sphere of Safety?
It's worse. Actually... It is way worse than Sphere of Safety.
No, I know. I'm trying to think if it's 2 tiers worse though.
I think Windborn Muse is. Ghostly Prison's only a tier worse.
So this is somewhere in C. This is somewhere in D.
Yeah.
Where am I putting Ghostly? Let's figure out Ghostly first. I want to put it above Damatha. I don't know. That just feels right. And then Windborn Muse, I kind of want to put like the top of D, I guess.
Yeah. That feels right.
Thank you, Scott. I'm glad you can agree with me, Scott.
hey, Logan.
Yes.
Can we move Danatha down to D tier?
Yeah, every time I look at her, it just feels worse and worse.
Like, that card's so bad.
Yeah, we'll put her here.
I know it's a cost reducer, but man, it's just bad.
It's not great, yeah. Darksteel Mutation. Do you want something that's been outclassed by Kenra's Transformation? Because for some reason that is a thing that belongs in green. Though I guess it does.
I like this card a lot more than both Kenrith and...
I have now considered it. I think it might be better than Kenrith.
It is better than Kenrith and Oko
or Kenra's
effect.
Transformation specifically, not literally Kenrith, but... Where the
it is significantly harder to get rid of.
It is a lot harder to deal with, yeah. You have to get rid of the enchantment specifically.
So where do we put Kenrith's Transformation at?
That's a really good question. Let me go see.
Because it's probably in the same tier, if not higher.
Gotta find it. Where is the cute deer art? Fuck. It was like upper middle B.
Okay. So, top of B then?
I think it's better than Rip though. Maybe there. We're gonna put top of B. What do you think? Is it better or worse than Rest in Peace?
Can we move Rest in Peace down to B?
Oh god, it just keeps falling.
That way it makes me feel better
Yes,
about
there we
it.
Knight of the White Orchid. I heard you hated ketchup mechanics, so we gave you more ketchup mechanics.
This one, I will say though, is probably feels the best out of all the catch-up mechanics.
Yeah, also S tier art.
Oh yeah. Like this and Weathered Wayfarer are the two that I'm okay playing. But
well, where did we put Weathered Wayfarer?
Yep.
Cool. That was easy. Hey, the other Thalia.
S in my heart.
She's really good still. Like
S in my heart. Actuality probably top of B.
yeah. Also, this is really quality art. It might be my favorite. I think.
I'm sorry, the one promo exists.
Which part? Wait, which one? This one?
All of the promos.
That one's really good. Yeah.
All of the promos / secret layers of
This
Thalia.
one's, yeah, this one's really good. I don't know. I am kind of a fan of this one.
I like that one for nostalgia reasons, Logan.
I think that's why I like it too. I think. I don't know. I like aged, hardened Thalia. I don't know.
This is also not this is not me and Logan's 60 card brain activating because Thalia is bonkers in 60 card. But
Why the lion got hooves though? wait.
I mean, did you not notice that?
No, I've noticed it. I just need to look at it. No, you're right. It does. It does. It just straight up.
The
has
lion
hooves.
does have hooves. Don't worry about
Is this the original printing is what, shards?
Yep.
Yeah, that's probably why shards is weird. Deep Known Terramaster I think was too new to make it on the list.
It is too new to make it on the list.
Let me remind myself.
Though
exactly.
if you want my honest opinion on Deep Gnome, I think it's a really high A tier card.
Let's see. Yeah, I think it's really good. I think I'll put in A tier as well.
There's just so much green ramp and fetch lands that make Deep Gnome insane.
Yeah, it's super easy to get to activate. Yeah. Where the fuck are we putting Thalia?
I told you already my ranking on her.
S tier in your heart, I know.
It also doesn't help that I'm the freaking stacks player in CEDH.
True.
So
I think putting next to Aura Silence feels like fine.
yeah, that's okay. I can't give you a good rating on Thalia because
That's fair.
both my love of Thalia and my love of stacks in CEDH makes me not able to rate that card properly.
Yeah. Welcoming Vampire. I think this is a really solid card, honestly.
A tier? Like easily
Yeah.
A tier?
I think it got a little bit shit on when it first got released, just because of the fact it said once per turn. People weren't really realizing that it's still like a quality card.
It triggers once per turn.
Yeah.
But what people initially thought it was, or why they think it's bad, because yes, it's once per turn, but it doesn't say only on your turns.
Exactly. Yes. Where the hell are we putting this? We don't have a similar effect in this team.
It's better than Mangara.
Oh, I guess that is a similar effect, yeah. I
Yeah.
still think I'm going higher. Here, maybe? This feels right.
Remember when we talked about cards that outclass Mentor of the Meek?
Where is Mentor of the Meek?
Middle of B somewhere?
Oh, well, we're already above him, so I don't
Yeah.
him.
No, I was just saying when we talked about it earlier that there were cards that outclassed Mentor of the Meek.
Yeah, I'm throwing her right here ahead of Sarah's Ascendant.
At the end of the tier list, we have finally found it.
Master of Ceremonies. I'm trying to remember what that does. At the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent chooses money, friends, or secrets. For each player chooses money, you get a treasure token. For each chooses friends, you get a 1/1 green citizen. Oh. That's interesting, but like...
It's interesting, it's not...
I don't know. It's like... better than Thalia Academy. I think we actually have her above Thalia.
No.
We don't? No, we don't.
We have Thalia right next to Aura of Silence.
You know, I'm fine with that. I'm leaving it there. I think Master of Ceremonies is like a B tier card. Like, it's decent.
It's okay.
Yeah.
No, it is not. He was just asking the question, Jason. Or, I assume, sorry, I shouldn't be assuming genders, but Ox was just asking the question on that.
Yeah. Yeah. The Master of Ceremonies isn't actually in the list, Jason. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ox just asked about it, so. Amaria Shepherd. I'm pretty sure this has like combos or something, but
It has to, right?
I think so.
Or else it wouldn't be played. Correct?
Yeah?
Like,
I don't know where it goes.
see?
Really, we think it's that bad?
I don't think it's good.
And do you like bottom
I think the
versus
effect
mana?
is strong, but it costs 7 mana.
It is 7 mana. I feel like it's bottom of C. I don't know.
It must be because of Angel Tribal.
Yeah, it could be.
You know, that has to
Wait,
be it.
Oath of Lieges. What does that do with Deep Gnome Terramancer? During each player's upkeep, that player controls fewer left. I mean, I guess that's a combo.
It's not really a combo.
I mean, or like a synergy.
Yeah.
I don't know. You could do that. You also are just ramping your opponents sometimes. Don't know why. It's interesting though. I didn't know about that interaction. Neat. Onto Inversion. It's an MDFC, and I think too many people play it.
It is very overplayed.
Just because it's an MDFC does not mean you should just put it in your deck. It is still 8 mana and incredibly hard to cast. It is a tad burned.
There are only 3 MDFCs that I think you should put in your deck. This is not one of them.
Yeah, agreed. Where the hell are we putting this thing? I suppose it does work with Arcanist, yeah.
Like, it's about the same as Winds of Wrath. Just because it's also a land.
Sure.
Like,
Shajiri Shelter. I guess it's a land. Still pretty
It's
bad.
is it Dogwater tier? Like, you shouldn't be putting this in your deck.
Yeah, I'm just putting it up. I don't care. Skyclave Apparition.
So the three are Balagad,
I don't even
Shatter
see it.
Skull Smashing, and Aghaneme's Awakening.
Yeah.
are the 3 that I think you should actively put into your decks.
Yeah, I think Seagate Restoration is overplayed.
I think Seagate is very good, and if you're drawing a lot of cards, you might as well put it in the deck, but I don't think it belongs in every deck.
It is not an auto include.
Whereas I think the other 3 definitely are. So.
Indeed. Skyclave Apparition. This exiles things.
It does. It's quite good. This is quite a good Magic card.
I am a fan of it. And Scryfall's not loading. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, it's 4 less. Yes. Swords is number 2 overall, Jason. I feel like Jason's gonna have opinions because of this. I'm waiting for Jason's opinion. Where the hell are we putting Skyclave? It's really good. It's a good piece of all-around removal.
Below Vanquish the Horde feels like a good spot for me.
Where are you?
Yeah.
Where it belongs. Okay, got it. He does
So-
not disagree with us on the
So
swords.
Jason, do you think that Swords is better than Esper Sentinel? Or do you think Esper Sentinel is the best white card?
Why can I not find Vanquish?
It's right next to Selfless Spirit, right next to Sun Titan.
There, yeah. Archon of Emeria. Good
Stacks
card.
piece. Stacks piece.
A pretty solid stacks piece of that.
This one is like actually factually good enough to play in casual Magic. Rule of Law effects are quite good, kids.
Yep. And makes non-bases come in tap, which everybody is playing.
Like
Trying to see where we should put.
bottom of A tier feels good.
I still think it's like. I think it's. I think it's like near Aven Mind Sensor.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's above Aven Mind Sensor.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's the tier list. Now I'm gonna scroll through here and see if there's anything that I'm like, this looks awful. I hate it. Poor fucking rest in peace.
It just kept getting worse the more you think about it.
Yeah. I know Jason already wants Path and S tier, but we can ignore him for a moment. We think stacks are better than tutors. Well, I want to put Dranith over Smothering Tithe. I really do, actually.
Go ahead.
There you go, Jason. We'll make
Like,
you happy.
I can see an argument for positioning on any of those top 4 cards.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
So,
And thank you, Scott. Good to hear. We've got 3 other VODs of this. If you go to our playlist on this channel, you can find them in the live stream section.
although you might not find our red one. Or is it
Oh,
still?
wait. I
is
think
it
it's still up. It's just not monetized.
Yeah.
I made an oopsie. We did do it, yes. We think stacks is better than tutors. Do we agree with this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am genuinely of the opinion that Stacks is underplayed in Commander.
Agreed.
But that's just because people think that it makes games take 3 hours. Which
Well, yeah, that's when
really,
you don't play a win con in your stacks deck.
Yeah, when you play win-conless Stacks. Unless you're playing CDH. And even then, it's still... You know... So I do want to make note that our
Yes.
top 4 cards on here almost deserve a tier of their own. Because they're, like, significantly better than all the other cards, even in S tier.
I would tend to agree, but also I don't want to make another tier, so...
Yeah, we're not making another tier above it. I'm just saying that, like...
These are easily top 4, I think, so...
Those would be good in other colors, not just good and white.
True. Yes. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm looking at that I want to like change. So far, I'm not seeing. No, I think I'm happy with this. I think we're good to ship it. All right. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna put us on the ending screen. We talk a little bit then. All right. Yes. So if you want to take a closer look at the cards, or you had like a hard time seeing them in the exact tiers they were in, we'll be posting this in the Discord, and it'll be pinned there along with our other tier list if you want to see where those ended up. Scott, don't look at those if you don't want to spoil yourself. If you do want to spoil yourself, go for it.
Or if you want to see and then hear the explanation.
That's also true. Yeah.
After you do a quick double take on a red tier list. I think everybody that's looked at it has done that. So.
Yeah, we made some decisions. But yeah, so you'll find that there in the Discord. So make sure to join the Discord. And feel free to tell us in the Discord if you disagree with any of our choices. Which there's bound to be. There's 100 cards here. So. Oh yeah, and Lion Sash isn't here either. Yeah, yep. Lion Sash is really solid, and yeah, I think we already talked about Deep Known Archivist, but yeah, just the fact that new cards. I mean, to be fair, like every single tier list we've done has had like a couple of cards missing, just because like it's really hard to time tier list, and like after new cards actually get on to like EDHRec, by that time there's other new cards that aren't making it on the tier list. So like,
I think the one exception to this was Esper Sentinel.
Well, yeah, because it got picked up so immediately, yeah.
Because everybody saw it and was like, okay, this is absolutely insane.
But yeah, it's like, just, it's something unfortunate we run into, but there's not much we can do about it. It just is...
A new Discord member.
Oh, nice.
We should probably, hey, check out our Discord.
That's what I'm talking about right now. Yeah, check the Discord. It's in the link in the description. Also, check out our other social medias, please. We have Twitter and Instagram, as far as I know. Don't think we have anything else. Patreon's also down there if you feel like giving us money. It's completely up to you. And if you want to make your own tier list, that link is also down there. So feel free to click all those links. Oh, yeah, we also have a DRAGONSHIELD affiliate link. So if you're looking to buy some sleeves, go ahead and click that link and buy them through there, and we'll get a small kickback, and we would certainly appreciate that. So... I don't think I have anything else to add. Do you have anything else you want to add, Matt, before we hit the stop button?
We may or may not have a stream next week.
Yeah, we've actually streamed 3 weeks in a row. Or, I think we actually streamed more than 3 weeks in a row, right? Because I think we streamed at least 1 week of Precon League. I think this might be like a full month of streaming straight.
Yeah, we're grinding. Logan might be going solo next week. I unfortunately...
We shall see. I'll track somebody else on the stream with me. I don't know.
I unfortunately probably have work, so...
Yeah. And then, yeah, we'll answer this one last question in chat before we leave. We'll see. So yeah, Sanctuary Warden enters the battlefield with 2 shield counters, enters the battlefield or attacks. You may remove a counter from a planeswalker creature you control. If you do, draw a card and create a 1/1 gradient system. It's also 6 mana.
It's 6 mana. That's why I don't.
And it like requires other things for you to draw cards. I don't know. It might be like a upper C, lower B for me. I'm not sure where Matt would put it.
I think it's an upper C card. I don't know that I can justify a B for it.
Yeah. I mean, it seems solid on a counters deck, but like, I wouldn't really play it anywhere else.
So the way I've always viewed our tier lists are, S is like the cards are either insane in their specific, so insane in their specific deck that they're warping, or they go in every deck. A is like the cards right below that, to where I can start justifying a cut on it, but they're still really insane.
Yeah.
B is good cards, C is just okay cards, and D and Dogwater are D and Dogwater.
And this is, yeah, that's pretty much roughly where I stand too. Yeah, so that's all we got for tonight then. So goodbye, y'all. Unless, do you have anything to add, Matt? Are you all good too?
Nope. It was fun discussion, as always.
Indeed. All right. Well, yeah. So good night, everybody, and make sure to click all the links. We appreciate y'all, and we'll see if we have a stream next week.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye.